Jerry back with that Theatrically Jerry. Today I'm doing a quick review on ULANZI's LT002. This is their 7-inch pocket video light. They claim that it has a 10-watt LED built into it, so it should be decently bright. They also claim a 520 lux on this light. I find that kind of ironic because their VL49 supposedly has a 800 lux and it's about half the size. So I'm not really sure if their lux system is very accurate or not. If you do know about it, you can chime in down below, but it seems weird to me that their smaller unit is brighter. We're going to go ahead and unbox this thing as it just came in the mail, so it is sealed. If you can see the shrink wrap on there, we got to take that off first. I do like ULANZI's packaging. It's very modern and elegant looking, and they always display the product on the front of their packages perfectly, as well as large font for the model number on it. Let's see how well I can take this plastic shrink wrap off. It wasn't too hard to get off. Now we just have our bare box. To get that off, you're just going to go ahead and pull the lid off the top here. Alright, so you're greeted with your user manual, and as a lot of you guys know, if you watch my channel, I always say it's very important to read the user manual, so keep this and read through it. Next is the actual light. So it's nicely placed in this box, and there is padded foaming in this box as well, so it keeps it safe during transport. You're probably wondering what this weird white color is. It's actually a silicone diffuser for the front of this light, so it's an accessory that ULANZI includes. So I think that's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and see what else is in this box. Take this rubber foam padding out. We have something here that says lift up. So when you lift that up, you're greeted with all of the other accessories that ULANZI includes. So we have our magnetic stickers. So when you stick these on, they're actually going to magnet to, they're going to stick to the light, but then the light's going to be able to magnet to any metal surfaces that are attracted to magnets. So this is kind of weird because the VL49 has the magnet built in, which I loved, but apparently they changed it to just including a sticker. So we have two stickers here. We have a much larger charging cable. This is a USB charging cable. The VL49 came with like a 6-inch charging cable. This one's over 2 feet, so it is a much larger one. So thanks for including that USB-C charging cable. Here's that infamous red sticker that is always included with ULANZI's product. This is their qualified certification sticker. It comes with all of their products. It means that it has been certified to be of the quality that ULANZI expects of their products, and then they put it in the box. So they do inspect and test each product before it goes out to you guys. The last thing in here, which I honestly thought was more packaging, is a honeycomb filter. So that's actually pretty neat to include this. It's going to make great effects, obviously. I will show you guys what that looks like later on. They include a white diffuser as well as this black honeycomb grid. So they do include several accessories with the LT002. Let's go ahead and take a look at this light and see what it's capable of doing. We're also going to go through the user interface as well as the built-in programs, which are also called macros, or in ULANZI's case, they call them scenes. So there's built-in scenes for the LT002. We're also going to take a look at how bright it is and also the saturation of the RGB LEDs that are built into this. So ULANZI's LT002 is a much larger light than their VL49 that I also reviewed. You can check out that review on my channel at TheatricallyJerry. Anyways, the length on this is 5.5 inches. It's rectangular, so the height is actually going to be smaller, so it's 3 inches. So 5.5 by 3 inches. And then the depth is a little over half an inch thick at 0.638 inches. So it's a pretty slim light for what it does and also how much technology it's packing into it. I think that's pretty cool. If you notice over here, they've included a cutout on the white diffuser, and that is to turn the unit on and off. So this is your on and off switch right here. On the back, you're going to notice a small LCD display, and right next to it is 4 buttons that you use to navigate the user interface. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the user interface right now to see the built-in scenes as well as the navigation of this system. Let's go ahead and turn this on with the power switch here on the side. So the power switch slides upwards, and once you slide it up, the user interface is going to display on the LCD. Right now it's running in scene mode, and it's currently on cop car. We're going to go through the scenes in a little bit, but right now let's go ahead and go back to the main menu. So to go back to the main menu, you're just going to hit this back button here on the right. To select different scenes, you can hit the left button here, and to adjust, you're going to hit your plus and minus button. So right now I'm on white, as you can see right here on the LCD display. I'm at 5700K. We can go ahead and adjust that down to its lowest value. So the lowest value on this is 2500K, and 2500K is going to give you a nice warm white light. We'll check that out in a little bit. Let's go ahead and hit this again. It's going to go down to your brightness. Right now I have it at 40%. And we're going to turn it up to 100% to do this review. So right now we have it at 100%. As you can see up here in the right corner, this is your battery life. This does have a built-in lithium-ion battery at 4,000 milliamps, so it is a rather large battery. They're claiming 90 minutes of runtime at full power. I usually expect a lot less, so that's going to vary with things such as the temperature and how you're using the light, but ULANZI is claiming a 90-minute runtime at full power. Let's go ahead and take a look at this light against a solid surface, and we're going to take a look at how bright it is, as well as the color temperature that we're going to go through from 2500K to 9000K. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the built-in scenes as well. Alright, so I have this pointed at the back wall here, and I also have it set to 2500K. 2500K is the warmest this light's able to produce. I'm going to use the user manual, which is white, to kind of show you guys how warm the light is. So it does have a very nice warm light to it, and that is due to the 95 Cree light quality on these LEDs. So the Cree quality is very important because it tells you how well it's going to render on a surface or on human skin tones. So 95 Cree is amazing. 100 is obviously the best you can get. The Cree rating is basically telling you how close to natural sunlight the LEDs are capable of producing, and in this case it's at a 95 Cree for ULANZI's LT002. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the other color temperatures. So I'm going to go back up to here, and we're going to navigate through these. So let's see what 3200K looks like. It's still a warm light because we're still in the warm color temperature, but it's not as orange or saturated. We're gonna go ahead and look at 4000K. So 4000K it has a slight warm tint to it, but it's supposed to be a more neutral color. So this is the neutral color of ULANZI's LT002. Here is 4800K. So this is a natural white light. It's not warm, but it's also not blue. It's very neutral. And this is at 4800K. The higher up we go, the bluer the light's going to be. One thing I noticed about this light fixture, one thing I noticed about this video light is that the left button makes the values go up and the right button makes the values go down. And usually it's the opposite. I'm not really sure why they chose that, but you actually have to hit the left button to increase values on this light. Here's 6100K. It's getting a little colder. Here's 7000K. Here is 8000K. So this is a blue white. And this goes all the way up to 9000K. So 9000K is the coldest. 9000K is the coolest color temperature this light's capable of producing. So this is the 9000K white. You do have to remember that we have a white diffuser attached to this, so it is creating a nice white wash. There's no harsh beams being emitted from the front of this unit. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the other settings that are included with ULANZI's LT002. Alright, so while doing this review, I've already noticed the battery life has dropped to 50%, and it's only been on for about 15 minutes. So I'm not too sure about their 90-minute claim of this light at 100%, because I have it at 100% for this review, and it's already at half. Let's go ahead and check out the other settings on here. So this setting is your HSI setting, and HSI means hue, saturation, and intensity. So you can actually set the hue, the saturation of the LED, and the intensity on this menu. And this is RGB color mixing, so you are going to be able to create a lot of colors with this light. We're going to go ahead and bump up the saturation on this light and take a look at some of the colors that you're able to create with it. So at 100%, I've created green by using the value 117 on hue. That's your intensity. We don't need to mess with that one. Let's go ahead and change the hue. So by changing the hue value, it's going to change the RGB LEDs to all the colors it's capable of producing hue-wise. As you can see right now, the buttons on this are not that great, and it's currently stuck, so it's running through the hue values by itself. I'm not touching it. The minus button here is stuck. I can feel it. You can kind of unstick it, but you're probably going to have to like smack the back of it or whatever. I'm not really sure how that passed their quality control, but it apparently did. Let's go ahead and check the other menus. So alright, let's go ahead and take off the white diffuser and put the honeycomb attachment that's included with ULANZI's LT002. So in order to take this off, it just slides on and off, so you can just peel it right off. It's like a silicone material. Alright, so now I have the diffuser off, and I also have this set to 5600K white light, and we're going to go ahead and put this attachment on, which is a honeycomb attachment, so we can kind of see what this does, if anything. I don't have high hopes for it. We'll see what this creates. If anything, these are just really great cases because they do slide right over the light, and they have cutouts for all of the inputs on the light. So if anything, they're a really great silicone case. Alright, so I have the honeycomb attachment on, And on the website it says to create an atmosphere with it with light and shadow. I have it pointed at a white flat surface right now, and it really doesn't do anything except for maybe cut some of the light back, but that's about it. Alright guys, so my overall impression with ULANZI's LT002 is to save your money and just get the VL49 because they are very similar. The VL49 actually has nicer buttons. If you watched the review on this, the buttons came stuck, so they don't actually work properly right now. The minus button is stuck pushed down, and that's how it came from the factory. So I don't really care for the buttons on this video light. I do have the honeycomb filter covering the light right now. It looks nice from the front. However, the honeycomb does nothing in terms of producing a pattern on the wall. If you do have it pointed at a subject, it also doesn't really do anything. It does kind of cut back on the light, almost like a diffuser, but it blocks light. Other than that, it really doesn't do a whole lot. It looks great right here though, looking at it from straight on. I do like that they included the white diffuser. That does work. I do like that they have cutouts on these silicone jackets, so you can easily access the buttons as well as the charging port and the mounting hole for the light. I really like their packaging. It looks great. This light fixture is more than the VL49, and if you haven't watched that review, I do have that up on my channel as well. This does cost more than that. However, it doesn't do a whole lot more than the VL49 does. And also the button sticking didn't sell it for me. Also, while doing this review, the battery came fully charged, and it is now at 1 bar on the back of it, and I've probably only had it on for about 30 minutes. So I'm doubting ULANZI's 90-minute claim on this light. More realistically, you're going to get about 30 minutes at the highest setting. At a lower setting, you might get 90. Also, the brightness, it's not super bright. I am going to do a comparison between the LT002 and the VL49 to compare their brightness, so we can kind of see which one of these is brighter. If you guys enjoyed this review, please go ahead and like it. If you have a comment or question, you can leave it down below. I do read all comments and questions and respond to them as quickly as I can. If stuff like this interests you, go ahead and follow my channel at TheatricallyJerry. I do review a lot of stage and DJ lighting, atmospherics, equipment, ArtNet controllers, DMX consoles, anything to control lights I do review. So if that stuff interests you, like I said, go ahead and follow my channel. And thank you guys for watching.